Hey girls and boys, so just me and Granny Bus. We thought we'd pop on. Well, we're popping on to actually do the podcast. So we've decided with all the comments and all the kind of messages that we were going to discuss dating today. We'll probably discuss about a Granny Bus dating and dating apps, and then
Yes, we weren't doing that.
aye, we're still going to
Oh,
actually
but
tell.
we're not doing your dating.
No, I will tell stories, but like it's from years ago. Aye, but I will be doing it. Aye. Like everybody knows now, anyway, your dating life the last year has been a train wreck. So
no,
you know.
my dating life is a train crash for the last 4 years.
So we thought we'd come on anyway. So what I want to say is though, because I think boys always think I'm so harsh on them, and I'm really not. What I wanted to discuss was that group on Facebook was, are we dating the same guy? I think we're all on it. We kind of look on it and stuff. I don't really look on it because, to be honest, I'm normally logged on my business page and not my personal page. But I want to kind of discuss that today as well. What I'm going to say is, and you probably, I don't know if everybody will agree though, but I think there should be some kind of safeguarding on that page. I understand that what it was kind of set up for was to kind of protect women and, you know, to let you be aware of certain men and stuff. But what I do think is there's men up there and they're not actually doing anything wrong and they're just put up, and people's able to put it up anonymous and stuff. Like if you're putting somebody up, you should have to prove that you're talking to this fella, or a screenshot of him being on the dating site, or a screenshot of messages or something, because I just think that bit's unfair. I don't
People's
really like
using
it.
it to like a weapon. So
Right.
people's putting it up to try and cause conflict and a relationship.
Like I know some fellas listen are cheating buggers, and you know that's the way it is. But
Buggers.
well, fuckers then. Trying to keep the language good today, but you know, I think a lot of them fellas up there too aren't actually doing it. And like we kind of know personally a couple of girls that's in relationships and stuff, and I just think it's absolutely terrible that they were put up. No, if you're putting it up, then you have to prove it. That's what I would say.
I think the people that run the page should do like censor it, where they check. Somebody has to provide. You don't have to put that up on.
I don't think you should be able to do anonymous automatically either.
I think you could, because I think people.
No, if that's all to say, usually I say it, and I did.
I know, but
I've seen boys up on it, and well, just to be honest, it's Granny Boots' exes, and I've just wrote underneath.
Oh.
I wrote my name underneath. Listen, control them, stay away, and that's the way it is. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it in my name, and I just think, you know, in that kind of way, you should just be using your own name. I know some ones don't mind.
No, but I do think the option there to be anonymous, right? So see if they censor them at the start and they're saying, well, look, I'm showing the administrators here that we're having conversations, then the administrator should allow you to put a picture of the person, not the conversation. So then they have verified that they're talking.
No, but see, I just think they like the drama on the page, and that kind of gets it more popular, more people join. So that's why the admin isn't doing that though.
Well, I don't think it's fair.
I think there should be a I know it's to safeguard women, but I also think some men need safeguarded too. It mightn't be a popular opinion though, but that's the opinion I
know of a number of fellas that were put up on it. They're not doing anything. They're in relationships and they're happy, and one in particular broke their relationship up. You know, so
I just think it shouldn't be posted unless there's proof.
Listen, if he's not with you, he doesn't.
But anyway, why do you not just post it? Why do you not just post the conversation on the thing? Why do you need?
But if you're using it as a weapon,
no, but why do you not? Why do you not, when you put your post in, put the conversation so everybody knows that you're? Because the admins might say, oh, we don't have time for that. So do you know what? When you're adding in the post, put the conversation on to prove that you're talking to him, or that he's on dating sites or whatever. See this here, taking their picture off Facebook or taking their picture off Instagram and adding it. That shouldn't be.
But what's the part then? Should you not be sending out a message to the women that are actually doing this too? Despite someone, listen, move on, stop wasting your energy on someone that doesn't want you or someone that's done something wrong in you. Because at the end of the day, if you're still sitting feeling resentful over someone because someone's not in your life, then you're still giving them your time. So stop.
They're not even worth your time.
No. I don't understand why people would even waste their time putting up somebody. No, they try and cause trouble. If they're with someone else, let them be with someone else. And if they're that bad, then they're welcome to, you know.
Eventually the other girl find out, don't I?
Because they think they've got some kind of prize pony, and I can tell you now they don't. wee
I'm
bit
saying,
over.
please, just don't open your mouth there.
Who, me or you?
Me.
No, because I am not. I know I refer back to either, but I'm deadly serious. I wouldn't waste
What,
my
wait,
time.
what price point are you on about?
Jesus Christ, I could have started a
Grand National.
Aye.
And they all still would have lost if they.
donkeys.
So I just think that I just think the dating kind of thing, like probably like 15, 16 years ago, me and my friend were on dating apps and stuff, and like we had the best crack though. I think I've said this before, but we really had a good crack. But it was different then. You know, you're not getting ones that's adding a pile of filters and stuff, and no.
It wasn't AA.
No, well, there's not really AA now.
There is trying.
There is now, but no, you haven't been dating since AA came out.
No.
You know, so
I haven't been on an dating site in a couple of years.
No.
And
But I just think the dating sites too are not great either.
not great. That's being nice, trying to like.
I do
I'm not
think
s-
some
I- there
is
is-
grand on it, but it's just
Because my thing was that if I'm on them and I know I have good intentions, then there has to be other ones on it. But that
well,
means
you didn't find anybody with good intentions.
no, but they pretend this is what we're going to talk about. People do, like you say, but somebody had to say to me, right? So I'm seeing someone, and if you're seeing someone, you just said to me,
No, don't mention that. That's still traumatizing for me. Don't even mention about you seeing somebody. Just
I'm never going to be meeting. I'm not no intention of meeting anybody.
no.
But what I'm
that's just
saying is, every
traumatising.
time that I would have told her, she would have said, give it 5 or 6 months, you know, because that's when you really know who they are. And I used to feel a wee bit offended, thinking, you're well negative.
No, but what
But
happens
now-
with granny bits too though is granny bits will hide stuff from me rather than tell me the truth at the time because she thinks this is, I think all kind of girls are the same. Do you know what? I'll just let this wee red flag slide because no, he's a good person and it's going to work out that way.
No.
And you know, they see there's a red flag, then no, it's not going to change.
Well-
and as I always say, 5 to 6 months and you see the real person because you know yourself, you yourself, will put your best foot forward whenever you're meeting someone new. We all do it. It's not just boys, girls do it too. So it takes them wee few months for the kind of excitement to wear off, and you actually see the true person. And it's just unfortunately for granny bits, I've always been right.
I know.
So, and that's another thing I want to say is like we are really close, but no, she would hide stuff from me because she knows I would have zero tolerance for anybody.
That time, this time though.
No, but I would have. There's a couple of wee marks and
Well,
things.
see,
just,
one of the things that I would say.
I know you haven't done it this time though.
No,
but
but what I will say, what I noticed this time, and it's because of you being the way you were with me, is I noticed someone saying, I don't think you should be sharing what goes on in our relationship with your family. And I'm like, it's
Aye, but that's me though. They're all
it's my
about.
best friend.
Mm.
So,
And that's my stalker.
you're the one that leaves me voice notes all the time. Granny, but answer the fucking phone. I know you're there, answer the phone.
I know.
So you're needy too.
Or things.
So I know that I do think that you have to be careful, and I'm sure it happens with women too, but I only can talk from my experiences with fellas, but they try to manipulate you and they thinking, you know, you shouldn't share this because it changes how they feel and all. Well, listen, if you're not doing anything wrong, it's not going to change how they feel, because you have called me out and stuff years ago when I used to be a bit more highly strung, saying, listen, you're overreacting here, Tasha.
Well, I have said that to her when she's years ago. Like if she's in the wrong though, I'm going to tell her she's in the wrong. I'll just say, no, listen, that's not right. I think it has to work both ways. But the matter of fact is, with her now, is she hasn't been in the wrong. So you know that's another thing that I want to say as well is, you see, if you're having to hide some stuff from your family or your best friend, then there's something wrong as well. Not, listen, I'm not giving relationship advice either because I am actually good at giving relationship
You're
advice.
just not good at your own.
No, I'm just not good at taking my own. But you know, it's just if that's happening as well, if you're being made hide stuff, then that's not good either.
Right, so another thing we're going to bring up now is about these fellas, these men that are out what they call dating, and it's not dating. Like,
I haven't heard this. You have though. You may.
so the thing is, right?
Well, they're letting on they want a relationship with a 5-date rule.
Aye. And then I know someone as well that got in touch with me, and
5-date rule.
it was
They'd be lucky
3
to get-
dates. 3 dates, hers was, and because she didn't, he ghosted her.
Aye, well, he's a
And
wanker
she's
then.
absolutely gorgeous. So it was nothing to do. This is the thing. They treat a woman a certain way,
It's never nothing to do with the way the woman looks, though.
they question themselves.
Aye,
then.
but that's
Why
'cause
did they
you feel-
ghost me? Was I not nice
No,
enough? Was I
but-
not? No.
But it's not the way the woman looks. That never comes under it. Never.
I would.
Like if you say, and I'm going to say this, girls too, like if you've been cheated on, like 9 times out of 10, it's never anybody better looking than you.
Somebody.
That would be what I would say as well. And I know, listen, it's hard whenever you've been cheated on. They kind of lift your confidence and stuff up, but just do it because it's nothing to do with you. It's just that rat of a man. Now, to be fair, I'm calling him a rat, but you know, I have stuck up for him at the start, so I'm allowed to call you a rat now. But men, anyway, in general, don't really like me. Men, I says they were sticking up for them at the start. It's not that they don't like me though. I'm like an alpha female. You are a bit too. I'm probably a wee bit more though. So they tend to try and get her to kind of hide stuff from me because they know that I won't take their bullshit. Like.
No. But
that's what you do. You protect your.
but we're not
your
here
family.
saying that we're right about everything neither. What we're doing here is we're just giving our point of view.
Yeah.
You know,
from our point of view.
From our point of view. And I've had times, this is years ago, where I would say to somebody, you know, because I hate it when you just start speaking to someone and they send you like a dirty text. You know, when you're still in that. Oh, and I'm like, do you realise you're giving me the ick? You know, or like, I don't know if some girls are on it, maybe they are, but asking for a picture. What, do you want a picture of what?
I'd send them a picture of my dog.
Or a picture of my feet. There's feet fetishes, isn't there?
We could make money, Dad. You could probably sell them.
Not
your
my feet. My feet are clean and they're very well maintained. They're just not very attractive.
Nah.
Well, people say they're alright, but I don't like them. Do you hate feet?
I would have nice feet. That's what you're comparing your feet to. Is mine.
Mm.
Like a boy told me one time I was wearing sandals. He says you have lovely feet, and I looked at him. As to say, I says you're a woman standing right there. I kind of thought, God,
that's weird.
That was weird. I'd really say £50 a picture.
Sure. So
no, I don't like feet. I just nah.
I mind saying this.
I can't even touch anybody else's feet. Never mind. I can touch my wains though, but not anybody else's feet.
I can touch anybody's feet as long as they're clean. Don't really bother me. But back to what we were saying, you'd say you're not like that, and then we're like, every woman says that. I think as you get older, do you not want a relationship that means more than just that?
No, I just want peace.
Well, that's me now. My life is easier when it's just me and my 2 girls. But I'm looking for
my life's definitely easier when it's just you and the 2 girls as well. Because, like, nah.
Tony, you make out like it's always me. You
no,
come
no,
to me with drama
no,
too.
but the thing about it is you bring the drama and you again. No, you keep bringing new drama in instead of just being calm and collective.
Oh, so you're you're calm all the time?
No, I'm not saying that, but the thing about it is you're making choices to meet these boys though, and then you're bringing them into your life, and then it's not annoying you then. Like, no, it doesn't matter if you don't want them, it's still a wee bit of annoyance, so. You know, and this is the thing, it's me then has to be kind of there for you, and I don't like seeing you hurt, and I don't want to see, they're just not worth your time anyway.
No.
And they're definitely not worth my brain time. No, so I think too, with dating in 2026, it's really hard. You know, and I just think too, it's like.
It's really hard because what they're doing is they're dating, there's ones out there, they're dating a pile of women at the one time. I
would say there's girls doing that too though. Which is grand. See if you want to play the field a bit, go on ahead. You may as well, because the boys do it anyway. That's the way I look at it. Play them at their own game.
No. Not for me, but at the same time, I do think you should be able to go out and date as many as you want, as long as you're not actually sleeping with them. You know, get out and know somebody or whatever, but I think.
But why is it? But that's
it's not okay.
Not I agree though.
No, I don't think it's okay.
But the thing about it is, why is it alright when a boy goes out and does it and he's Jack the lad, but when a girl goes out and does it, she's whatever. I don't think that's fair either. You know, the boys should also be the same and have a wee bit of self-respect for themselves.
I do think that. I would lose respect for a fella if I thought every other woman had him. Or anybody could have him.
I wouldn't worry about the boys that you've been having, there's nobody else would want them. So we're going to the dating apps now too. I just think the dating apps is the same too. It's like, you know, you're on there and there's boys got filters and all on, and like
Fucking filters on a fella's picture.
I don't even think I don't think girls should have them on either. I just think if you were all kind of grand, because what boys will say the inside, but you have makeup on.
Och.
But I know.
Sure, you've got a beard. Your chin, you've no chin underneath that beard.
Aye,
It's
so-
the same thing. Tomato.
But I do think the dating apps, like a lot of people probably watching us are around our age anyway, so they remember what it was like going out to discos and stuff.
That's
And
brilliant.
kind of,
Me slow
You know,
dancing off.
doing all that kind of way, whereas you don't have that now, and it's really different now. Like I would rather go out and meet somebody face to face,
Same.
you know, than meeting on a dating app. Because you can be whatever you want to be in the internet, but face to face you can't be.
Because they're like, that's what I think, they're so much braver when they're at the other end of the.
Oh, definitely. Keyboard warriors, eh? Aye, that's
And
over there.
someone's come across like they've got this amazing personality, and then you meet them, you're like,
No, I
Wet
I
fish.
always tell you they're born. Aye, that's the thing though too. People with amazing personalities normally don't have one.
no, they pretend they have them on. And you see, it's going to only get worse now with AI, because fellas that don't even know how to joke or carry on, they can write up whatever and then put it on the AI and say, make that funny.
I know, what's the point in that? Because you have to be fun in real life.
And then the person sees them, like I've heard this from fellas, they've went to a bar and they're to meet this girl and she's to be sitting whatever, wearing whatever, and they walk in and they see her and they leave.
I think do you know what? If you're on a wee bit with a wee bit of weight on, then just show your weight, year with year, and that's kind of it. You know, Granny was obsessed about her weight, as we said before. I'm not so obsessive though, but then she mentioned to
I
me the
have
last
weight
day.
on.
When's the last time you get in the scales? And then I get on then that evening. Of course, the rule not to get on in the evening time, but sure, I did anyway. And like it made me £7 heavier than it was the next morning. So, but £5 on from over Christmas and stuff. So, and I think that was ages ago I weighed, so it's not too bad actually.
Well, my last relationship, that's the other damage that I've done is £10 on.
You needed it then. Oh, you're on about like an anorexic.
I wasn't
We're not
that.
even mentioning that last one. So, what else do we want to mention on the date? We haven't actually got any stories in yet, girls, so you need to start sending your wee stories in.
We're thinking of setting up the.
You
YouTube.
me too, I go. It's going to be your idea though.
Aye, we're thinking. Why are you putting it on to me here? Like, it's like.
But it is your idea though. I says we'll do it together, right? But you need to have your own ideas too. Go. Can't be all me.
We're thinking of.
Oh, Granny Boots. So Granny Boots is thinking of running the speed dating event in the city. She hasn't got anything kind of organised, but she was wanting to put the feelers kind of out there now. Try and just kind of do like a normal.
Speed dating.
We're not going to do like speed dating though, because I think that's a bit boring. Like you'd probably be doing it like, you know, you all kind of meet in this room and just kind of mingle among one another. Because if I was sitting with somebody for even 30 seconds and they're bored, that's 10 minutes. It's going to feel like a lifetime.
Don't do 10 minutes.
Many months do you?
5 months.
Well, 5 months will still feel like a lifetime if they're bored.
Oh, shut up.
Imagine you sitting across from somebody though and them not speaking. How awkward you're going to feel.
Sure.
Would you not be better doing like a wee mingling thing
How
or
many
something like
dates
that?
do you think I've went on? I've went on piles of dates for a coffee date, and I'm sitting there thinking this coffee's taking too long to drink.
How many dates have you been on?
I don't know. But I went on dates and I always do coffee. They always say, someone say, well, we go for drinks now. You're trying to get somebody drunk.
I was me tell you had to go for coffee first. Says two, don't be chatting them for months on end either. No, within the first couple of weeks, go and meet for coffee. And you know, there's no point you wasting.
I
no point you
I
wasting.
followed your things and I still didn't go. It didn't work out the way it's supposed to work out. But what I'm saying is,
Don't even bother trying to blame me. Trying to actually turn around to me to say that I was that there was something to do with me.
No, wasn't.
That last thing wasn't even on a dating site.
It was before it met me. I didn't mean
No,
it.
it wasn't on the dating site with you though.
No.
No. So don't even bother blaming me, fat. I told you from the beginning, no. So, you know, if you're not going to listen, this is the thing. And that is Granny Bit's typical kind of thing. She doesn't listen. She thinks she knows best.
No,
and then she doesn't know best.
I think this is the reason I said about the speed dating is because I think that it's not fair to judge someone on a picture. I don't think it's fair neither to judge someone totally on their looks. You know, there is things that you can be attracted to someone. Like, I'm not saying that, I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm saying, well, there's somebody for everybody, let's say. So there's somebody that I wouldn't be attracted to someone else throwing that.
I'm not
Be
saying
nice.
I'm not saying anything.
So I
am
do
being nice
think that it can't be all about
all about what?
looks.
You don't think it could be all about looks?
No.
No, I think we know that's it.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh, why do I do these things to myself?
Exactly. Why do you not listen to me at the start when I tell you, no, don't bother, you're only wasting your time? No, you don't. And then this is the thing, you kind of let me then, you just give me the ammo and then I just keep firing, and that's just the way it is. It's just a nightmare. So no, we can't say about looks. Like me and Granny Bits would be the type of people to say, she's really good looking for him. We have said that.
Aye.
You know, this is the thing. He's definitely punching.
Aye.
Now Granny Bits can't say that anymore. Because every time she mentions it, I'm going to mention it. So, you know, we say that. That would be the type of things that we would say.
I do, but I don't say things.
I just don't think it's all down to looks either, by the way. I'm not that shallow.
No.
But what I do think is, see if you have a stinking personality, then that also is shit as well.
Trona.
Nah. So. Alright. So this is the thing here. But no.
No!
So I'm trying to block out
Trauma.
the noise.
The
No,
trauma.
I don't need to block out the trauma. You're the one's going to have the trauma.
I have it already.
So, you know, no. Do you see what somebody makes himself on the internet? This is one thing that I want to say. Is see what somebody comes across on the internet. Do not believe what that person is. Do not think that that's a nice person sitting behind that account, because 9 times out of 10 it's not.
No, the social media is very pretentious.
And you see, if I'm saying something about somebody, I want to also say that. If I'm saying something about somebody, that's what I truly believe. I'm not saying it for the effect. As you know, girls, anyway, it just comes out of my mouth anyway. So, you know, if I'm saying it, and that's one thing I will say, is I always tell the truth.
I do.
You know, I says to her, if I do something wrong, I'll tell her. I said this or I done that.
She does, right? But what we're going to say is that she does lie sometimes, and the only time she lies is where I'd say, "Where are you now?" And she's like, I'm on the whatever road," and I was like, "Oh,
No,
right."
I wouldn't be on the road.
No.
I probably just left the house.
Or still in the house.
So but you know, this is the thing. I just said that as well. So just want Granny Bits to be happy as well. I don't know if the dating sites are going to work for that. I just think you'll meet somebody kind of, maybe you might meet somebody at your speed dating event now. You're going to have to get it set up now. I would say probably do it March or April. No, everybody's good mid. The spring's coming in and they're all kind of
After Valentine's Day.
Well, you're not going to get someone done
No.
after Valentine's Day now.
No.
You know, so you'll be doing the speed dating too.
I am not doing it. I have no interest.
I really need to go out and bloody.
No interest in meeting anybody. I'm happy.
So you just want to kind of do it
Be a
with the
celebrity.
girls, do the
But
matchmaker.
I think if I'm able to,
That's some matchmaker.
I'm actually good for other people, Tom.
Just not
And like,
yourself.
listen, I might pick the wrong people, but at the same time, I don't take any.
No, I think the wrong people pick you. This is what the problem is here. I just don't know.
I don't take any bullshit either, though, Trona. You know.
Would you have to go about that? But I just want her to be kind of, you know, happy and content. And I think happy and content on your own is what I'm looking for now.
I am happy, content on my own. Trona, listen, I was happy before that too. I am happy on my own. I have a great life. I am happy. But
there's nothing more that I want to, and I've said this to you for years, is for you to meet somebody and be happy and kind of content. And then I think as well, though, like when there's somebody coming in, they have to actually realise that they're getting 2 for 1. You know, and then this is the problem. Not everybody likes me, and I don't care. I don't like them either. Same was, you know, this is also the problem, is they kind of come in and they kind of don't like the relationship either. I think sometimes
Don't like our relationship.
no,
They
boys
feel
can feel
threatened.
jealous and stuff, you know, so this is the way as well, so. And they know if there's any shit, I'm telling them, like. I always send a wee message here or there.
Bulldog.
Aye, I send a message, not more like a pit bull, not a bulldog. So, I had to send a message at Christmas too.
Lockjaw.
Oh no, before Christmas I had to send one as well, Nah, definitely not. And this is the thing too though,
Do
like
better.
they think that they're, definitely, just need to do better, but like if you hurt my sister then I'm not going away. I am like a pit bull because you see when I see you pop up again, like I did on that dating site and I wrote underneath, that's the way it's going to be. Because I think anyway too, I like to look out for other girls as well. I don't want them.
But that's what they should
No.
use that thing for. That site should be there only and purely. 'Cause
They
that's
look
what
out there.
I have read stuff and it's 100% right. It shows you somebody's name and says check this newspaper article.
I don't all that
And you
kind.
go on and
That's
Jesus.
true, yeah. But
Aye.
I just mean in general with the just adding pictures and stuff. I don't think that's you know. And like that is me sticking up for the boys a wee bit as well. Like I don't think with them groups they have it very fair. You know, not everybody might agree with that, but I do though. I just think there's fellas in there that shouldn't be in there, and that's not fair. And it's not just about them having girlfriends or whatever too. Like there's fellas on there, and there's probably stuff wrote underneath that's not true, and then that kind of blackens their name too.
Saying Dusty had PTSD and didn't want to come out of the house because of what somebody wrote about him, and it wasn't even true.
Wasn't even true, yeah.
It
So
was,
you know,
it was an ex that scorned, and she wrote a pile of stuff, remember? And he says he didn't mind, he thought everybody was looking at him and all. Like, really, people need to realise what they're doing, the impact that it does to the other person.
because mental health's a big thing now too. You know, a lot of people kind of, I think with COVID and stuff, been locked in the house, a lot of people have kind of suffered mental health and stuff as well. We are going to do a mental health wee podcast as well. Going to let you into probably some secrets that you don't know. I'm going to try and help a few ones as well.
I think I'll be sick that day. Don't really like that type of podcast.
No, but I think we need to do it.
Okay. You're the boss.
Listen, anyway, the thing with your mental health is you're dealing with it now. No, you've only took the PTSD, is that what it's called?
Right, since the cancer, right?
No, I was not about the cancer.
Oh my god. I do not want to talk about that anymore.
So, you'll be dealing with that for a wee while, so I'm over
If
my
you're
head,
done
so
with
you're
the
right.
next,
Aye.
you want to the next.
No, next.
No,
No.
definitely.
So that's everything in the dating thing anyway. I think we spoke about it, isn't it? It's good.
But we're not going to say some experiences, like the funny stuff. Like the
I will tell you what I don't want time. Like girls, you might think I was an absolute bitch. I probably was at this time, but me and my friend were on the dating sites for
plenty
ages.
of fish.
Plenty of fish, that's what it was. I think it's about lunatics on it now, but there's lunatics everywhere.
You're on.
And we were, I don't mind being a lunatic, at least I have a personality. I'm grand. So at that stage, like we were on and we were just we were just meeting fellas, we weren't doing anything else, if you get what I mean. But we always kind of looked out for one another. And I says to her, listen, like there was a couple of ones and they weren't what they seemed. And I said to her, I'm just not dealing with them anymore. She says, what I mean? And I said, see the next one that comes up, I says, or I meet and I'm just not dealing with it. So I went up. We always met at the same kind of place because we knew there was cameras and stuff and we were going to be safe. And I was parked up and he parked up here. So the passenger side was at my driver's side, and I got out of the car and hopped onto his car and looked round, and I swear to God, this was like 15 or 16 years ago. It looked like a completely different person. I just said, listen, you're not for me, and I got out of the car, got into my car and drove off. I think he drove 2 or 3 hours to see me too.
And what about the boy who drove and was down, found your address, he was knocking, you were on hiding in the utility?
Oh my God, nightmare. So at that there as well, you know the worst thing about it was I was in the utility on the phone to Craig.
No way.
And there was a boy knocking on the door. So, and then the girl that I run with me too, like me and her, the best to laugh. She was meeting this fella, I think he was from Mahara, and he says he'd be down. And I came down and we met her, and I was driving on there, and I says, why is he in the passenger seat? And she says to me, I'm going to get him to take me to McDonald's, that's where we're going to go for the date kind of thing. But there was no McDonald's in Strabane at that time, so we had to drive to Derry, and Derry comes out, and it was like a sight here, and came out, there was a foreign car, and I says,
He's driving the wrong side of the road.
I says, whenever you go through the drive-through, is he going to make you pay because you're going to be at the window? Oh God! See the laugh that you have though. Like see that when I seen him on that passenger side, I nearly peed myself laughing. It's just them kind of moments that makes it fun. You know, I just think stuff now is always well bloody serious too.
Well, you loved the one where I was up with Wurzel Gummidge.
Oh my God! See that one there? Like, see if she went on a date, I always says, you know, if I text you, let me know that you're okay and stuff. Cause Tasha wouldn't have texted me, but she knows to now. But like, I mightn't hear from her like for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's normal though. So the phone rings at 45 minutes, and I thought, my God, there's something wrong. And I answered the phone. Well, I'm telling you, I never laughed as much in my life. See, when I come off the phone, I was still laughing. She says to me that she'd met him, and the dog was a walking stink bomb.
Oh my God!
And he was like, seeing his profile picture, because she sends him to me, saying, I said he looks alright. Like, me and her don't have the same taste anyway.
Oh.
I don't know what you're saying, like, after there, you're worse than me. But anyway, like, I would say, right, he looked alright, but like, it was in a suit and all his profile picture. I mean that. My God, like, hair coming out of his ears.
Dirty shoes.
Dirty, stinking shoes. And she met him down at the park, and then she ended up when she came out of the park, she took a wrong turn and ended up on the top of the mountain.
So I didn't even spend 45 minutes because it took me about 10 minutes to get a fucking signal.
And then she rings me, and then I'm laughing then.
I
it was so funny.
didn't care. I just wanted out of there. I have to say, it was the most uncomfortable I've ever felt. And I felt like slapping up the back when he actually went on for a kiss. I was like, you fuck.
Listen, that tonsillitis just come on there.
I know.
Oh, it's not the wee dog's fault though.
He was gorgeous,
but it needed washed there. But like, it's not the wee dog's fault. But
the dog was far better looking than he was.
It was well funny though. But see them kind of stories, all that stuff that you'll always kind of remember. You know, but that's the kind of things you need. Do I think things are far too serious too?
So I met somebody that doesn't look anything like himself. I met somebody that was cockeyed. However that worked. I met someone that landed with a set of cowboy boots on from Maherfield.
And then the boy that was wearing the shirt too wee from too, wasn't it?
He was from some young ones, you know, like, I mean in their 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, and they have told me
some. No, but sure, we're 34, so not that.
That's right, and they were saying again, they're the same. They're on dating, they're talking to ones. Ones are even doing like on the phone calls, and will you wake me up and will you do this or whatever, and contact me, get my alarm. And they just ghost them for no reason.
That's because it's not for no reason. It's because they're chatting to other people. That's what it does.
Well,
there's no reason.
Women need to start being like that, right? And
what I said to you, my advice with the dating is to see if you're chatting with somebody, within 2 weeks, meet them. That stops. And see if they don't want to meet you, then it's not for you anyway. That's what you do. 2 weeks, coffee date. You don't need to go out for dinner because dinner's going to be really long if you're sitting across from someone and then boring the life out of you. So go for coffee, see if you like them. If you don't like them, that's it. But it's 2 weeks of your life. Instead of spending months, like I know girls that have been spending months and months chatting once and not even meeting them. I'm sitting thinking, but you don't even know who you're chatting either.
No.
And I says that to you too. If you're the first kind of date that I would do would be FaceTime. Remember I says to you, go off FaceTime, make sure that you
I did FaceTime your man, remember, and I went for coffee. And then it was all, I want to see you again, but don't know when, because I love here and you love there. And then
but FaceTime and then a coffee date and then.
But I do think same as you. I think there was something else, because this is another thing. Unless you have something with them, if they see someone else that's more convenient to them, or is easier to them, then they're going to pick that option. So
they're not free.
I don't get hung up on that though.
No, you used to though.
I
used to be.
Because I see the young ones now, like some of my friends are younger, and they would be telling me stuff, and I'm like,
you're saying young ones, like we're old, we're only 40s.
These are 24, 25.
And we're still the young ones. Right. To me means like 12-year-olds.
Okay, I have friends.
Granny, what's his age as well there?
No, we're not old. the ones in their 20s, and they were telling me stuff. And what I noticed, and I know I done it years ago, I wish someone had told me, was I used to overthink everything. Just say it for
I
what
did,
it is.
Teddy.
I know you did, but I never listened.
No.
Just say it for what it is. Stop wasting your time thinking.
And then
what
what she
could
would have
been, or
done
this
too,
could be
so
this.
he texts her, and within seconds she's texting back. I says, no.
That was ages ago. Don't do it.
I know she doesn't do it now, but you know that I says no, don't even think about that.
No.
Leave it a wee while, text them back. The problem with me is though, I forget to text you back then. That's the way I've always been. I leave it a while.
I'm like getting because I'm busy.
But even if I wasn't busy though, I'm not. See if you're giving someone that kind of vibe where I text her and she's texting me straight back, that means that you're at his beck and call. No, don't do that. Just don't do what I do. I forget to text them back, but you know, kind of do it. No, it's not about playing games either. It's about kind of setting your boundaries at the start. That's what I says to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when your boundary is that you're not there just whenever he needs.
Aye, and that don't make them the centre of your world. You know, your life is just your life, and that's what you
They need to
focus
fit
on.
into your life
Aye,
though.
and that-
So, I just think boys need called out in their bad behaviour too. I think nobody's calling anybody out, and like I get what you mean with the group. Are we dating the same guy? But I said I like the actual idea of that. I just don't like the way people's been able
It's
to
been
post
wrong.
and stuff. But you know, I do think you kind of have to call out bad behaviour and make other people aware that this is what you're getting into though. See the Prince Charming? Nah, he's a fucker with a tinfoil hat, that's what he is. Not fucking Prince Charming.
Aye, and I do, like, for me, I know something else happened and it was like a second chance, but I think cutting people off, like,
Mentally torturing you too. You're tired and like, you know girls anyway at our age, no, 9:30, 10 o'clock's bedtime. I don't care what year. No, if I'm going to bed. Oh, don't chat to me about that. I says to you, I can't even, she had to tell me something one time. It wasn't bad though, and I said, sis, listen, I'm only after vomiting in my mouth. Do not go any further, because me and her's like that. We would share kind of stuff like that.
aye.
Not when it come to that though. I don't mind. No, I went to told that I want. I blocked that drum out. She used to block it out now for she was there.
Thank God I'm constant.
So, you'll need it after that. So now, the thing with it is though is, I think with the podcast too, we have to do what we're going through in life as well.
So it's
Sometimes.
not comfortable.
No, well, listen, when we're doing the mental health thing, that's not going to be comfortable for me.
No.
But what I want to do with that is because I want to let people know that there kind of is hope out there.
And that you're not alone. Everybody's going through it.
No, not everybody's going through that. No, but I have. But you know, a lot of people weigh that though, would think that they can't get better, that they have to medicate, and that's kind of the way their life is, and that's not true though. And I'm walking proof, so we'll keep that for
Right,
another
back
day
to the
though.
dating thing now, and that came to my head. So another thing that happened to me when I was on them was you'd match with somebody. Well, I do think that there's far better looking people in Belfast anyway. That's all I'm saying, men-wise. And I would have matched with some.
Granny
babe.
Boots is looking to come to Belfast, boys.
No, I'm not. This is where
their
this is
their
going.
accent's nice too though.
No, there's definitely some gorgeous ones, right? And now over the
I know,
time,
but they're probably gorgeous to everybody else too.
shut up. That he was gorgeous. This one particular one, and I matched
How
with him.
gorgeous though?
I'll get you a picture later.
On scale of 1 to 10.
9.
So
But
what would
then
you put
it's
the
probably-
last
it's
few
probably
that you
two.
were with? Minus
Two.
9. That's right, there's good looking there.
And so they match me, and then they start writing and then it's all, when's the next time you'll be in Belfast? I'm like, I'm not coming to Belfast. And they're like, oh, it's a pity you didn't live closer. And
That's like an hour down the road in the new road.
but to me, that's just like you're looking for something easy. So run on. But he still was gorgeous. He was.
I know,
But
but
he's definitely a player.
I know, but that does have a personality too though.
Don't know.
You need the full package, not just the one.
Definitely do, especially
No,
now.
No, do you know what though? We keep saying about this. I'm just saying, I've always said this to you though. It's not about the look, so
No.
it's the personality.
Aye.
Is that what I put up? Oh,
Cringe.
as right underneath, that's Granny Bits from Bloom and Bow and stuff, you know, so they recognised her from me, not from him. So, and then he writes underneath.
She doesn't like being called Granny Bits. Yes, I do.
And the girl wrote, tell her sister that.
I'm not. No.
I like that wee comment.
Because I know rightly you're a bitch.
So no, that's everything now. Yeah, I mean, that's dating thing. We have to let her heal a wee bit though.
No, you're not going to be ripping the back of
But
me that
we'll
there.
put her out to date so we can get more experiences. So
Because
what
everyone's going
about
to
the
want to
speed
date me
dating
after
thing?
watching this. After watching this, they're going to be thinking I'm not going on a date with her because it's going to be put on the. Maybe you don't say it. She'll be like a secret.
No, I think
mission.
anyway. Do you know what? 90% of my followers, or followers should I say, are women, and then the other 10% is gay. So no straight men, so they're going to be watching it. Any straight men
are watching their women's.
they're watching their wives and their girlfriends, and they
Yeah.
watch the same together. So you know, I think it'll be alright. But anyway, you're going to do the speed dating thing,
Well, I'm going to look on it now because I don't want it just to be speed dating. I think this would be nice. to
like
have.
a wee kind of mingling thing,
But a way too of say a wee gift or a wee thing for a fella and a wee gift for to give him something too, just to make it more like see your
And
man.
but if you're doing speed dating, how many bloody gifts would you need to buy?
Well, the thing is, if they
If you want to go out on a date,
they're paying. No, they're paying. So
Well,
if a man pays, you want to have, because of my traumas, a wee nose clipper, a wee ear clipper. You know the wee one you get that size. Wee things like that. In other words,
toothbrush as well.
Oh, fuck. Need a big fucking toothbrush for that mouth.
I'm putting that part on.
Do you know what I mean? I just think they make it more personal, and plus we'll be running it, so it'd be nice that we'll be able to talk.
I'll be running about like an agent, just as normal.
Having
Got
a
a
crack.
Aye, you know.
So, I do think it would be good. I do think it would be.
It's on the granny bits wants to do, and you know what? She thinks she's going to be good at, so I'm going to run.
You're
with it.
setting me up to fucking fail me saying
No,
that.
I do think you'll be good at it. You're just not good at picking for yourself.
No, that's actually an understatement. I'm fucking awful.
No, you weren't awful though, but now you are. I don't know what the hell. So we have to try and wait for the friedness to come out of your brain before we let you date again. Yeah. So you're going to run that. You'll need to look for somewhere to have it. Not where are you going to have it though?
Well, I'm going to price a couple of places like Everglades and stuff, and
No,
that's
I
it.
don't know about that.
But
But
that's
you
what
know
it
better
is,
way like a bar. No.
Trona, this is a problem when ones are meeting in bars. They're under the influence and they fucking think they like somebody that they don't actually like.
Beer goggles.
That's why these boys are on. They're like, do you want to meet at the bar? Hoping that they're going to get them full and that they're going to get in their knickers.
I had the beer goggles on there for many months.
I know, it wasn't even in a bar. Fuck me. But this is what I will say as well, right? And
I'd say
know-
you've had beer goggles on for the last 16 to 18 months, anyway. Definitely, it has the relations fried your brain. There's some kind of wee change
I
in
started
there.
the radiation 2 years ago.
It's definitely. So you're going to do what, like the Everglades or somewhere like that?
Somewhere where
You don't want too snobby either,
no,
though.
but you want somewhere where they can park, where it's easy
Oh, aye.
accessible. Do you know what I mean? Do you want something in the town's a nightmare for people parking or whatever? If someone wants to come there, and park there, they can book and stay or whatever they want to do, or give people options, and then it means that people are not tied to a person either. I know if you're going out on a date and you're meeting one person, you're not really sure about them, you're like, how do I get away from them? So because it's in that environment, I think they'll feel like it's a safe space. Now, what the other point I was making here about your 7 to 18 months, I think it doesn't happen to me now because it's definitely not happening. I've just put me off. But see, if you're like one of them girls that says that she met a boy 3 times and he ghosted her because she didn't sleep with him. Well, her, regardless of she knows she's right, it still affects her confidence.
Definitely.
So you end up picking people you shouldn't pick, and that's what my excuse is. Because the one before him, I caught him on looking up other women on Instagram. No, I never actually put out there did I what way I finished with him.
No.
So I had caught him and he had lied and says that it was his friends asked him to look them up. And
But Tasha, he's controlling too, though.
oh, I know he
Like,
was.
see that there, what...
Don't like you wearing this, don't like your hair up.
No,
want
but
your hair
we'll keep
down.
that for another day for a wee bit
Aye.
serious, but I definitely control him as well.
Aye.
Actually, he was the one that I wrote underneath a couple of weeks ago, I think it was it was it
Aye.
last week? Underneath one of them posts on that group on there, I wrote my own
I
name.
didn't even know I'm on the group, but I don't see it. So
No, somebody else sent it to me and says
and
that
then you contacted me.
and then I says to her on the WhatsApp, Will they? Or will they?
Now,
Of course I couldn't help
what I
myself,
will say
right?
was my response was a leopard never changes the spots.
No, so I was definitely doing it. So I wrote up, I control him, stay away from him. So, no.
Aye. So what I'm saying is I did have.
But he was a nightmare as well, though. To be fair, though, well, I don't know, because we were chatting, but like, the stories that we heard after him.
The scary part about the whole thing and all the dating, Tona, there's a lot of. I'm not saying there's not women, but there's a lot of narcissistic traits in a lot of people. Not just men, I'd say, but I'm saying men. Like the controlling, the men insecure. Now, what I did notice from dating as well.
I've never come across them controlling men because they know by me they're not controlling me.
Do you know about me? I don't understand it. They don't get.
You're a bit softer to us, is what I was saying to you. You're a wee bit more trusting at the start.
No, but what I do, I'm not saying this is a case for every man, because there's people out there that are just successful and they like nice things or they love a nice car, because I like cars, but like their Louis Vuitton and they like their Michael Kors, all the name brand, like Louis Vuitton shoes and or what was a belt and all this. They seem to be the more insecure ones. Now I'm not saying that's all of them, but the ones that they've been insecure.
And that's why they're buying all that stuff, sure. Because they're insecure, trying to fill a void, and it's not happening.
But if you're insecure, be insecure, buy whatever you want, but don't take it
I
out
don't
on a
care
woman.
anyway. If you're walking on Louis Vuitton shoes, if you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. That's just it. That's just the
You're
way.
just a dickhead wearing Louis Vuitton.
Just a dickhead where I know it doesn't change, and that's the thing. Like material things, if I said before, girls, doesn't change either.
No.
Doesn't matter what you own, what car you drive, what house you live in. It's the way you treat other people, I'm a firm believer of that. So that's it today. Now we'll be looking now for new kind of
content.
We'll kind of do something different next week, and then we'll go back to dating then. We'll just keep. I said to her we're just going to kind of keep it the same now in the meantime, because I just think us standing talking to each other in front of the camera is what everybody likes. So why would we just kind of change it? I just didn't feel comfortable.
I didn't like that part where you're sitting there.
No, I just like this. This is normal.
But do you not fear though the way we don't prepare for what we're going to say? Do you not?
Tasha, there's not a hope in hell am I ever preparing for what I'm going to say.
No, but
that's
I'm saying
the thing.
you don't think it's going to come across a bit messy because we don't know.
No, why would it come across messy?
Just better be.
What would you rather doing? Something maybe off the script and absolutely boring the people to death? No, the thing about it is when people's looking forward to the podcast is because it's me and you just chatting and whatever's coming out of my mouth is coming out.
But I think people, a couple of ones have said to me, they feel like they're sitting chatting to us.
They're on our conversation.
Because that's the way we would go on. But like many phone calls that we had, and I was like, this here should be a podcast. And we be in stitches.
I said so, I can't remember the last time you said this should be here.
We need to be taking notes because some of the stuff that you
can I can never remember them though. Know the actual stuff.
Brain fog.
So that's another thing too we can chat about another day. Is
perimenopause. Perimental.
Well, we're not on it, am I?
No, I'm not yet on it.
No.
But it is around the corner first. You want to think you're mental now?
I'm not even mental now.
No,
there's been years that I have been mental.
I think back to the way I was when I was married. What was that, 20 years ago? And I definitely, 19 years ago I got married. Holy shit. And I definitely was highly strung. I know.
What do you mean, thinking back to 19 years ago, up to about 5 years ago?
Oh, shut up.
Are you strong?
No, I wasn't.
You were. You definitely were. You definitely were.
But listen, it drove me mental.
Literally mental line. You had to go on medication.
Anxiety medication. Really? I get to that age with no anxiety medication. I just dealt with it.
No, you didn't actually do anything. You just blocked it all out. Then come back up when you took the cancer. But you know what? The blockout worked though. But then you had to go on. Literally drove you insane. So that'll be a conversation for another day as well. You know that kind of way? Yeah. So it is now.
Do better.
10 to 1. We've been chatting since 12 o'clock. So that's grand. It's rushing now to get back to work. So, are you going to come over to say goodbye?
Oh, Jesus, where to get me stuff? glasses off. You always tell me I look older with the glasses, so I don't
No,
wear
I
them.
do not.
I did.
No, I did not.
Aye,
I've
did.
never said that you look older. I said you look like Yabba Yabba doing that dress. I started thinking nearly time for the wee summer dresses again. And the sandals.
Can't wait.
So that's everything now. So if you've any questions, you can PM me and Granny Bits. Okay, thank you. See you later.
Don't put that in. There was no way of